Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. If the search is in terms of what is real, is there anything else than this apparent world? Who is God? What is the divine? Who am I? If it is in those terms, you already are what you search. And that will be obvious if you give yourself a moment free from hooking at feelings, experiences, knowledge, and memory. In this way, it's always here. And it can never be lost because it's not a layer you have been adding. That's it. So if there is any, if one cannot see it this way, or if there is still any doubt, question, please ask. I think this way for satsang is very benefitful for you and for everybody. The mind is the same for everybody. Yes.
Morning.
Good.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak. As you said in the beginning, to give attention, just not to engage with thought or emotions or something like this. There's the experience of doing that, but it's not fundamentally what I am, and I see that, but I still cannot get rid of this experience of not engaging with thoughts or emotions. So how to get...
Because you don't question the one who does it. And the one who does it is attached. There is no problem if I is alone. The problem is that we think we identified with some attachment, some hook. So generally, after years of investigation, we question all the experiences, the qualities attached to I. But we exclude I, because one does it. So that's why this question, at some point, it makes really sense. And when it makes sense, then really you can question it. And in that way, it can make you see that, after all, you always have been yourself. You see, I appearing or I not appearing. So your experience is what, in fact?
That I see that
Yeah.
that something is trying to let it go, but I identify with that person who lets go. But it's still seen. But still, then the doubt comes like, but who was that then that let go? You know, so like that.
Because in fact you have not to let go of anything. In fact, since you everything, everybody is it. But to the seeker, it looks like it's said like this. Look, you may have to question the fact that you think you are a seeker because you think you have not attained what you are. And in general, it is in those terms because you think that you will have an experience of liberation, whatever concept you have around. In fact, there is no question of liberating because you are it already. It's all in the mind. You agree? That's
Yes,
what you
yes,
question
yes,
also.
yes.
It's all in the mind. Then you just keep quiet now. We start questioning. And whatever you lose, it's because it is belonging to the world of appearance. To this guy I see. Yeah. So you will lose and you will gain in that realm. But what you are, what is untouchable by time, lost, remembrance and forgetfulness. It's there. Hmm? What do you get out of this?
Just to be quiet and don't even engage with letting go or not letting go.
Okay. Nice.
Mm.
But you know also that when you are engaged, it's this one who is engaged. But who you really are is not only this one. Isn't it?
Sure.
Okay. Then don't search anymore. And if you search, just laugh, say, oh, this one is appearing again. He will disappear once for all. Hmm. Some are more persistent than others, but doesn't matter. Because it's not the first time I tell you this.
It's true. It's true. But I must admit, indeed, what you say, that if you look at something long enough, it will disappear eventually. This one is a little bit sticky, I guess. To return. So,
Persistent.
yeah, persistent. Yes. Thank you.
Even if you do that, just say the movie. It's in the movie. Don't try to change a movie. But this keeping quiet, be vigilant not to make it also a way of life. It will appear anyway in your life because that itself likes to show up. But it's not a way of life. It is just that you get a life with moments of stop. Quite. I don't search anymore. And I don't want also to be always in this movie. So there is like a self-love, an attraction to leave space to that in a natural way. And then you leave. Because people who have this idea that the life will be constantly looking like what I am, then they will make an effort because this person will always reappear, and when it reappears, it does things. He has a role somewhere. And then they think this has to always not be there. It's an utopia, then it's quite difficult attainment. And it will also disappear because it's an attainment if it is even possible. Know you are. Keep quiet. Or better to say, you keep quiet here and there because you know you are. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
um, First of all, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then I'd like to say a couple of things.
Sure.
First one is just curiosity. It's like, are you free from time?
If you ask the person you see, I say, no, I am in time. If you ask who I am, I say, I am freed from that. So who is asking?
The curious one.
Then I am in time.
Yeah. And the second one is sometimes you say that we say something like, please cut my head.
Mm.
And then you come with a knife like this and we run away. I will not. So you can use whatever you want.
But why do you believe you have a throat?
Sorry?
Why do you believe you have a throat?
Just in case.
This was it. This was the... As soon as you utter anything, it becomes a concept, you see? And then, of course, you go to the logic of the concept. I remember myself, I was sometimes telling to myself, oh no, I can't die, let me die, I have enough of all this. And he was never reacting to this terrible drama yet. But I understood. But it was clear. With time, I started to see, why do I believe I am born that I have to die? What I am is not in that realm. It's like the seekers. I was also like, I can jump that cliff, let me jump, and so on. There is no cliff. You're already what you are. But we have imagination, that's sure. That's sure. I, as someone, is so used to doings that he would do, if he's so intense, he will really do the extreme that he imagined to be free. But it is in the movie, it is his own imagination. So that has to be seen once. You are already free. You are already what you search. Not in terms of an objectification, I like very much the image of the ocean and the waves, because you see, when you describe only the waves or the no waves. It's flat or you describe. And the description goes on changing. That's why it's very difficult. It's impossible to fix a wave. Sometimes you can look like fixing the flat, and you believe it's more real. Okay. In fact, when you have seen, oh, it's water. And in water, there are movements. The water has movements, but it's still water. And there is never a loss there or a gain. But if you are hypnotized by the forms or the names, there is a loss. That wave is no more there, and it gains another wave which is different. You see, from where a seeker speaks, and from where one who saw what's the mind speaks, all is water. Or, oh, I was this high wave, the top of waves, and I'm no more, I lost it. That is in the forms and the names, in the world of appearance and disappearances. So the search to be at peace with that search, and is just to see that you are water, even though it may be veiled, it may not be veiled, etc. You are water. That's all. And remembrances and forgetfulness and birth and death are the movements in the water. Still water. Anybody else curious? Give her. You take it. Yeah, tell something.
I'm quite impressed today by what happened yesterday. Is it on?
I didn't hear.
I'm quite impressed today by what happened yesterday when I lost consciousness in the ocean.
Yes, I saw. Yes.
But
So,
voilà.
so does it provoke an urgency?
Yes.
So don't wait for it.
But I have been questioning. Well, I know that it's just evoking many emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So I feel it's important not to give it too much life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is the urgency?
To be really free from identifying with that.
So you are not free?
Yeah, that's what I see then.
But then
Is it
why don't you
equation?
ask? Why don't you ask? It's
Well,
time to ask. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, you see, you will stay with that good wish and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay? So, it's okay.
Well, I don't know what is missing, you see.
But
All the information is there, and I cannot expect that anything changes in the life, for
okay.
sure.
Mm-hmm. But why do you think there is something missing?
Yeah.
What is this thought? It's a thought.
Yeah.
And if you keep that thought, you will die with that thought.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Sure.
So, the thought is a thought so valuable.
Yeah.
So you can let it go.
Yes.
Okay. That's why it is called, it's uncompromising. If we keep one thought, you see, then you will always think, I'm not yet there. Or something is missing. So, again, I repeat, you have not realized what is. It's there, without your preoccupation even. But you have to be vigilant not to be fooled by one thought, or not to be fooled by one experience, one feeling. That's all. Yeah. And if you are fooled for a while, it is proper to appear as a human being. It doesn't matter. What matters is the moment you are no more fooled. Otherwise, you will think, I have to be constantly not fooled. It's impossible. As somebody.
my mind is never prepared to formulate the question, but
Okay. We
there is
try.
something. When I came last satsang, it was
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
I was not here. I saw that I believed the story that I am not searching anymore.
Yeah.
Then it was seen, and happiness came because I was free of the
Yeah.
story as well.
Okay.
But the question, I had this kind of doubty question. Kind of the search and the intensity of the search died out a few years ago, especially while being with you. So there is no more this search of
Yeah,
the
I
seeker.
understand. Okay.
And sometimes it's when I'm not in satsang,
Yeah.
there is no interest also. Life just happens. And then there's this doubt comes. Should I search again? And then I'm free of this thought, and I'm in peace.
Yeah.
But peace is quite ordinary. Sometimes it's very beautiful in satsang. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's quite.
Yeah.
So I was inspired by the conversation
Yeah.
that you had.
Sure. You see, just one suggestion that you hear, and you do whatever you like with that. But Papaji was telling, be vigilant up to your last breath. So from now, from here, I would say, in your life, you have not to solve now that search and all that, but in your life, give some moments to just keep quiet. Otherwise, you will have only a life, which is okay, But I think it's not for nothing this has been expressed. Because then you would not even say what you said now. So sometimes, just don't be in their life. A moment. Introduce that in your life. That's why, for myself, I give satsang. Not that I may dedicate only this time to myself, but still, I would not take the risk. So it means really absurdity, yet not to have to dedicate a quiet moment to myself. Whatever it means, but it's the way it is expressed. Yeah. And it's no more in the terms of I need it to quieten the surge or to stop the surge. It's just because you love also to just keep quiet. There is a preciousness there. You know it. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I have to address a complaint.
Welcome.
There's something really unfair. First of all, I am, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the moment the world appears,
Yeah.
suffering and confusion is seen.
Yeah.
And it is sometimes not bearable.
For the person,
For
sure.
the person, sure.
I totally agree with you. I say that every time. May not have been understood. I say every time, this manifestation will not change. And there is no end. That you are free or not, you carry your own with this birth. It looks like you have a span of life. And it's like that fan, you know? You remove, okay, you saw. I am, you saw, whatever word. But it has a span of,
Yeah, it's still going
and
on.
that you have absolutely no control on it. And it will be appearing differently for each one. For each one. And there is suffering and pleasures. Sure. And for a human, it's unbearable. Can be.
To be more precise,
Yeah.
it's what's bothering
By the what?
this I
Yeah.
is a seeing the suffering in other appearances, in other humans, in other animals, and the confusion in all our minds.
Yeah.
Seeing that from this I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really difficult. Or in that moment, this appears difficult.
It's in the appearance, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see it when you see that it's in the appearance that you cannot change. No, it's difficult for the apparent I, not for what you are.
No.
That's why there is no hope, huh?
Okay. Yeah.
And we are helpless.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. That solves it. Yeah. Thank you.
We can always have good wishes. That's all. You don't want to speak? Because you look sometimes confused. But it's, for me it's okay.
I don't want to bring more confusion, so that's why.
Because I will give you confusion.
No, that I bring, I don't know. I can bring
Don't
it.
worry about others. It's your
Yeah,
time.
Yeah. My time?
If you like. I don't oblige.
Yeah, confusion. My mind is quite confused for now. Yeah.
Then
Not-
what else? What else is
It's
there?
it's not. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel I can speak to you. I imagine, but it's like I cannot really formulate something that is so
Clear.
true or whatever.
Mhm.
So I drop it. I prefer to stay, to not talk.
But why are you confused? What is the confusion?
I don't know.
You don't know? Mm. Is there a confusion?
It can appear, it can disappear. It's always changing. And sometimes I just, there is this kind of thing in me that want to figure it out in a way, but also, yeah, it's like there's discussion: is it that or not, or there is doubt in a way,
Mhm.
and yeah, not so
What are you
so
searching?
clear.
What are you searching?
There's moment where I'm searching nothing. I feel, I see like this, but still there is a doubt.
What
Can
are
I-
you searching?
I don't know. Sometimes nothing, I think.
Okay.
But still confused.
Mm. Maybe ask who is confused
Yeah.
again and again, and give a moment to to the where the question disappears. Give a moment to that. It may help.
Y- Yeah. Yes, just sometimes I feel there's nothing, but in a way there's always like once I want to, if I put some concept on it, it's like it's I don't know, it's covered in a way by concept.
Yeah, nothing is also concept.
Yeah.
Do as I say.
Yeah. It seems that also um, I can see that it's only confusion. It's not what I am,
Mm-hmm.
but also what I can see at the same time is that once I imagine to speak to you,
Mm-hmm.
there is kind of fear. So there is kind of I see that there is the person that is involved in what people can think about.
Yeah, okay.
So it's
Okay.
about that, and so it creates
But
something, you know,
it is
like
a feeling. It's a feeling.
yeah, but it creates. It seems
Or
that
it creates a full world.
it creates the
Yeah.
duality, the
Yeah, but what? Why don't you, for a split second,
mm,
not even, don't be fascinated by that fear, if it is possible. For a split second, it's not like a state. Just like I am not looking at it. I don't care if my body shivers
If
and
I-
my
yeah.
heart.
That's why it's good that I speak now also.
That's why I gave you the mic, no?
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Okay. So, it's a matter of split second. You know, like a laser knife. Split second. That you can give to yourself. Instead of trying to make it all white and it will be clear suddenly and I will be all white and people don't work on this world. This world is as it is. It is that itself too. Just dedicate a split second alone. That's all. All the teachings, it is to tell that again and again and again and again.
So, would you say that it's good for me, for me,
Yeah, okay.
to take place more, or something like to more speak and do whatever comes and do it fully, or something like this? Because it's what I telling to myself
Yeah,
these
but
last
you have,
days.
you know, you can do
And
all
I can be
that.
very loud also.
It can be
But,
all that, but
maybe too
you
loud,
you
too
look, know that this is the mind, this is belonging to
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
And in satsang, one tries to show what you search really, which is what is. What is there any substratum to all that? That is called beingness or what I am in reality and so on. So for that, you have to demystify or to see what is the mind. Whatever rises is the mind. Let it be in the form of, I agree, again say, concepts, feeling, tell me, whatever, sense of, whatever rises. And it rises only when the I thought rises. I feel something. I am born. I am like this and so.
I discovered that many times, but still, yeah, I'm a bit like.
Yeah, because you are fascinated by what you discover. That's why it is said, okay, eventually do that, and then give a moment of keeping quiet. That nobody does. Everybody plays himself as a witness. Oh no, I have witnessed what is the mind, and forget that the witness is in the mind. For that, you have to keep quiet just a split second.
Yes.
You have not done it. It's impossible.
Sometimes.
No, you have not done it.
Yesterday,
Otherwise,
I
you would
think.
not be like this. No.
Not really.
Yesterday, it's in the past, in
Yeah.
the memory, so it was never it. What you are is never, never, ever in a memory. And what you have in a memory is an experience you made out of it, that we call glimpse and whatnot. Anyway. If I was depending on my experience in 97, I would not be here. It would be fake, as a memory. That thing I lived as an experience of enlightenment in 97 is not here now. So the event is in the story, in the history. But I had a wonderful master who always told me, an happening is not it. So I never took it as an happening. Try to hear that.
Yeah, but yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. But yeah.
Yesterday. It is Beatles. Yesterday.
It felt clear what you say. It felt clear, but still. Not so clear. again, but it's like this. I don't know. Once for all. How can I once for all? Yeah.
Once for all is always now. It's not a fixed state. Once for all, I am enlightened. Now I can do whatever I like. I am enlightened. No. What you are is a life always just now. It's not a state. That's why you see, everybody, just now, if he gives himself, in whatever state is in the mind, whatever, just now, it's given to everybody to just be. You don't need to have a prepared mind. At the same time, we have a journey very often because we hear better and better, being less and less with concepts. But it's just now. It will always be just now. Some disciples are so prepared, and nothing happens still. So because it doesn't depend on anything. It's just when you give yourself a moment, just now. And surely, surely don't make anything out of it. And if your mind still makes something out of it, you don't listen. It's so easy, but you have to hear it once.
I don't find even the words to express. I really have this experience that I don't even find the words to express because since 1.5 years it's been.
Yeah.
I have moments of break when I feel when the veil is removed, so it's instant.
Yeah.
But mostly because since I arrived here also, I have to deal with the things of the world.
Yes.
And I have no capacity anymore to
deal with that.
Obviously, nobody can know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I don't expect that.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of things to deal with, and I find myself I cannot even suppress, you know. But ever since I came here, I mean, in Israel it was I never had such an horrific experience.
Yeah.
I saw the face of evil. It's too much.
Yeah.
I will never be the same, I feel, in that sense. And on top, the personal.
Yeah.
And having to deal here with things and friends and survival, and I really feel since yesterday physically that the eye thought is going to break my
Yeah.
It's very hard to take this moment because there is so much worry about family members kidnapped. It's just too much, you know. It's like
Bring everything at the feet of your master. Have a moment. If you cannot take a moment for you, that you can do. As a person, you can just surrender everything at the feet of your master.
I do, and I cannot deal with. I am just like.
Maybe we'll deal.
Huh?
Maybe we'll deal with it. That may deal with it. I have no answer, I tell you.
I know.
I have no answer. You know, we very easily take the Gita and say, oh, this Krishna Arjuna, it's amazing, what a teaching and all that. When we are in it, that's quite something. Krishna says himself, the one who kills and the one who is killed, it's the same self. The mind cannot accept that. It's unacceptable. And yet, who knows? Who knows?
I don't try to figure it out. I'm just.
No, understand.
There is nothing to figure out anymore.
No, I don't figure it out too. We cannot figure it out.
So what? It's like waiting or something like that.
Instead of waiting, maybe at times give a break to yourself. Because waiting what?
I do that, but there is these times of effort to do it.
Sure.
And there is this time that it's just, and this is what is real for me. It's, I cannot do anything.
Mm-hmm. In this life, who can pretend that he can do anything? But satsang made you very courageous. and satsang is with you.
It's just amazing to see, like, when my father passed away, I was in Tiru, and I came to Israel so
Charged.
good, you know. And then when people were sending their condolences, this how you say, for the third time in a year, I was in such a good place that it was even somehow. I was making jokes with my brother, like I was saying I will write them, don't take it so bad, you know. But then the events is also for that I don't have control.
Nobody has control. That's what one sees when he realizes what he is. Whatever appears is because it can appear because of it's two. Otherwise it will never appear. So what does it mean two? It's not a heaven and then a better heaven.
No, it's hell and worse hell. It's my experience. But more than that is this feeling that, like what I have since yesterday, it's really this feeling of tremendous. It's a lot also in the body, maybe because it's my character, but it's like.
Yeah, sure, but body-mind react a lot to unbearable situation, to challenges. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, because everything is linked.
Yeah.
Mm?
But since
But that's why satsang shows that it's also our birthright to just be out of it. Then,
it's clear.
Yeah, I know.
But still,
I know. Life is life. I know, my dear.
This is why I'm saying about the I thought going to break my skull, because for this body mind there is so much going on, and it's not stopping so long already. And
Stop it. You're in satsang. It's also to stop it. It's your birthright. And life, yeah, life.
whenever there is a stop and the mind come back with its
I know.
full power because of
I know.
another thing that I cannot deal with, there is also a lot of I really like hate it, you know. Sometimes I feel it's all gets so that finally.
I know. That's why satsang exists. There is a real urgency to be free. An urgency. You are free. So just make it alive here and there, just now. Just now.
It's again this expectation or concept that
Just now. It's not for nothing that Master, he knew very well what life was. Himself never had an easy life. But he could say, and he knew why he was telling, vomit the past. And whatever you express becomes past. It's your birthright to vomit the past. And of course, when the world reappears, nothing changes. It looks like it's the same. That's why you had this urgency to also have a break. But you see, it's very precious to have breaks. Nothing may change in the appearance. But to include breaks doesn't feed the past. So give that to yourself here and there, here and there. Otherwise, why you met Papaji? Why? to make it alive. Yeah. Yeah. But life is life.
I feel that my fear now is that I cannot take care of the life anymore. You know, the world, the obligations.
Don't fear. Don't fear. You will cross it. Don't fear. There is a natural intelligence in this body mind, you know. Trust that. Trust that. Cross it.